mentioned that we will be able to take that live. So we are expecting Mike McCormick, the president of the Toronto Police Association. He will be speaking at that podium right there. And you can see there's quite a bit of media, a number of reporters, quite a few reporters were inside the courthouse for the proceedings. It is under a publication, so we can't say much. One thing that we can report is that Constable James Forcillo has been granted bail, and we are expecting him to be released. What we were told earlier today by Mike McCormick is that Mike McCormick, the president of the Toronto Police Association, he would be speaking to the public. He was expected to have Constable Forcillo by his side as they made a statement. However, Constable Forcillo was not expected to be taking any questions or to be speaking.
Wait, get out of my view! Get out of my view!
McCormick, he is the president of the Toronto Police Association, so we're going to dip into
Write that constable's name down, Ellie, on a piece of paper, please. Write that down.
And it looks like he's keeping that promise, so let's listen in.
So, as everybody knows, Mr. Forcillo was just granted bail. There's not a lot that we can talk about in relation to the case right now because the matter's before the courts. But we are looking forward to moving this case forward. We are looking forward to moving the case forward in court and getting the case going. He's going to be released later today. I expect it'll be fairly soon since it's slowly in the courthouse. And he's going to walk through the front door.
Constable Forcillo. Just write that down.
Going to run or hide. He's going to walk out the front door and he's going to go home. He's not going to answer any questions, and so we ask that you respect that because as an accused person, it's not appropriate to talk about the case while the matter is before the court. But again,
nothing. Just going to upload this to YouTube.
Run and hide from the media. He's going to walk out the front doors into his car and he's going to head home.
Can you talk to us about the bail amount and as well as the conditions that have been set for Mr. Forcillo?
And why was it agreed upon with
Well, Mr. Just as everybody is in this country. And there are travel issues in this case. The Crown has one perspective, the defense has another, and that's why we have trials.
Can you talk about how difficult this case is going to be considering that the video is so many different videos?
Well, I haven't seen all the videos, and as everyone knows, when you look at something from one perspective, you can look at it from a completely different perspective, and it shows something completely different. So it's very early days to judge this case. That's been one of the difficulties and the challenge in this case, is there's a lot of people that have rushed to judgment without all of the information. The defense knows some of the information now, and it's much different than what's being reported. But again, we can't get into the details of that, and I expect there's even more information to come.
Well, talk about the conditions.
I'm sorry?
Tell us about the conditions that you're finding after this.
Well, the conditions were crafted between the defense and the Crown, and they were designed to give the public confidence that the matter is being treated very seriously. It's being treated seriously by the Crown. It's being treated seriously by the defense. And the conditions are stringent to show the public that this is a serious case and everybody's treating it seriously.
We actually don't know what they are.
Well, the conditions involve a $500,000 bail. The conditions involve that he has 4 different sureties and that he remain in the province of Ontario.
And that
what's his state of mind today?
Is that one of the conditions? He stay at the residence?
He resides with his sureties.
What's his state of mind today? I mean, you got a chance to talk to him a lot today. Has he been quiet? Does he have much to say today?
No, he's in a very somber mood. I mean, anybody who's involved in a loss of life incident, whether you're right or whether you're wrong, when you've been involved in loss of life, the gravity of it is incredible. And I've gone through cases before with people, and Mr. Forcillo is not different than those people.
He talks a lot about perspective. Can you give us his perspective that night?
I can't get into any of the details, and I don't want to really get into areas that might touch on the evidence.
It's a tragic event for the family, it's a tragic event for our officer, and now for the courts, so that's the forum, and let's see where the evidence goes.
Yesterday you said one of your concerns was death threats against Constable Forcillo. We just
heard somebody drive by and shout obscenities at him. Are those threats still a concern to you? And if so, why is he out on bail?
Well, you know, our threat, of course the threats are still a concern, and that isn't why somebody should be held in custody. As Mr. Brody said, he made the threshold to be released on bail, and that's the appropriate way. We don't keep people in custody because their lives are being threatened. That's not how we operate. So this is the right thing to do, and we'll see where this thing, you know, as takes us over the next little while.
Peter, Mr. Forcillo accused of murder. He was arrested yesterday, really only in custody a matter of hours. Now he's a free man. Is that rare for speed?
Well, it's rare if you want to talk about murder cases in general, but when you look at the circumstances of this case, you know, this is a case where Mr. Forcillo didn't ask to be at the foot of that streetcar. He was on duty, and he had a legal obligation to be there. Now, we'll have a trial about whether the decisions were right or wrong, but that's what I mean when I say there's triable issues. So he's somebody with no criminal record. He has an excellent policing background, and so he's somebody who should be released. Fortunately, the timing worked out well where we're in the summer months, and there weren't a lot of cases being heard. And I can tell you the Crown Attorney and myself hardly slept over the last 24 hours, going back and forth to see if a release was possible. So it took a lot of people to bring it together, but it was more that, you know, everything, just the stars, the moon aligned as far as resources go.
Okay, so thanks for your questions, and we'll be walking back out with Officer Forcillo shortly.
And so, as you heard from